Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. How are you everyone? Kaifa halukum? I hope that you are good and stay safe at your home. So today we are going to cover our topic 8 entitled Security and Safety at Container Terminal. So in this chapter we are going to cover a little bit about type of risk, type of security matters, and also the safety informations at container terminal. So this is some of the declarations that some of informations of this topic has been taken from this particular books and also website. So zero accidents, zero incident, zero near misses. It is feasible. Is it possible for us? We don't have any accident at the port. We don't have any incident around the area of container terminal. Nothing has been missing. Is it possible? Let me think it. Okay, first of all, let we discuss a little bit about container terminal and port. This is the area of the container terminal. Okay, if you can see that here we have a ships, we have berthing, we have a transit ships, we have warehouse, and this is the the area of terminal and truck, train, and barges. I think we don't want to discuss further on this one because it's already discussed in the earlier class at the first place, first topics of this module. And then we can cross a little bit further. What is port or terminal safety? According to the Cambridge Dictionary 2020, the definition of safety is a state in which or a place where you are safe and not in danger or at risk. According to Safe Hazard 2011, the word safety refers to your freedom from danger, injury, damage, and to your personal security. So this is very important. We try to understand the definition of safety first, then after that we come to the port and terminal security. According to Marine Insight 2019, port security refer to the security security and law enforcement measures employed to safeguard a ship port from terrorism, piracy, and other unlawful activity and activists. Okay, this is very important one. Port security is a vital because marine transport is a very driving and extensively used form of conveyance, especially of a cargo transport. So, at port, we have port authorities. So these port authorities are playing their roles and responsibility to ensure that all the ports are safe and security good in terms of implementation of security policy. So regulations come to this, which is under the responsibility of port authority. So the first one we have ISPS, International Ship and Port Security Code. Okay, this ISPS has been implemented after the event of September 11 tourist attack at the White House. The ship industry was already committed in promoting safety and security, protection of human life, property, and the environment. This is one of the most important documents that they have to, the port or container terminal have to follow. The second one we have OSAS or and OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administrations. So at the at a global level, the Occupational Health and Safety Advisory Services (OSHA's) project group released the OSHA's 18,000 series in 1999. OSHA's is a British standard for occupational health and safety management systems established to support the British and global organizations. The function of OSHA is through the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970 to ensure safety and helpful working condition for employees. So later, once you become employees in the industry, then you have to understand about the OSHA. So let me see some examples of safety issues at container terminal. Anyone come across with all these scenarios? So we have very big flood at terminal area. You see the the, the vessels been floating around the residence area, and then some sort of a crane problems and falls down, accidents and etc. Then we see that according to the Ministry of Transport and Communication mentions that in Taiwan is mentioned that Kaohsiung Port. So there are a number of accidents, total accidents from the year 2012 to 2015. So we can see the data on falls, UK ports, one UK port and African ports. Common risks at port terminal and possible causes. So the first one that we see here, risk at access and egress. So guys, please look at this YouTube to understand further on this particular risk. The second one, we see that risk at container stakes. How does the container has been fall down due to the mistakes of the human error? The third one, we will see risk of the chemical agents, okay, risk from the electricity, risk from agronomics. What is the definitions of agronomics? Please be clear with that. Is defined as the study of how people work in their environment. An example of agronomics is a study of people, how people who primarily sit in their office get work-related back injuries. So this is the simple informations of the agronomic safety leave. So how do you want to pick up this work? So your body positions must be correct. Cannot be like this number fries. So everything must be clearly well system in order to avoid the injury. Number six, risk due to the falling objects. Number seven, risk because of the fatigues. So let we further explain about what definition of fatigue. Fatigue is extremely tiredness resulting from the mental or physical exertions or illness. So the number 8, we see that the risk due to the fire explosions. We see that number 9 is a risk of lifting equipment. Number 10, we have a risk of manual handling. Risk from due to the noise. Noise also make a risk to our health, by the way. And then risk at open edge, risk due to the slips, trips and falls, risk due to the stress, risk due to the vibrations, risk working at a high levels, risk of a workplace transport, risk due to natural disaster as I mentioned before, earthquake and also a flood scenario. So here we discussing a little bit about the hazard and the risk. We see that definition of hazard is anything with the potential to cause harm such as work materials, equipment, work methods, practices, poor work design, fatigue or exposure to harmful agents such as a chemical, noise and vibrations. Then after we understand this is the list of hazard, then now we want to realize or analyze the risk level. Okay, the first we have the list of hazard, then the second one we need to analyze the risk level. So we have low risk, medium risk and high risk. What is the definition of risk? A risk is the chance high or low that somebody may be harmed by the hazard. You see that here we have sectors: ship visitors, ship services, port services, general port workers, cargo handler, ship side. So at the red color, so most of them are suffering from the high risk due to these particular activities, and only few of them are in low risk and medium risk. So having said that, by having job at port area, so you are expose yourself to have hazard and the risk. And from this particular explanation and slide of a topic X, though I wish that every one of you will answer this individual quiz. So what are the impacts of the safety to the container terminal operation? Please list 5 of the impacts. The impacts and with a short explanation. And propose the mitigation plan or the potential solution for safety issue at container terminal. Please list up 5 points with short explanation. And this is the end of the topic 8 about safety and security at container terminal. I wish you understand and enjoy during your hard time now during the COVID-19. So hopefully everyone can understand. If you have any problem, feel free to to communicate with me further. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.